Is it really worth getting 8K over 4K? Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Waltz, and today we're taking a look at the Q900B, which is the 2022 8K 85-inch TV by Samsung. Now, there is a lot to cover about this TV, so we're going to break the video into 4 parts: the picture quality, features and design, audio, and of course, my final thoughts. Now, unlike most 4K TVs, this TV actually comes with a native resolution of 8K, which in pixels terms is 7,680 by 4,320, which means there's basically 33 million pixels on the screen. And this is also part of the reason why you're really only going to see this in, 65-inch and above, is because if you go any smaller, it's really hard to fit all those pixels. So kind of reserved for the big guys. Now, outside of the OLED line that they just released, this is going to be Samsung's top tier processing and backlit panel. Like, everything is literally their top tier in this set. So the technology is going to be mini LED, which is a bunch of tiny LEDs that basically get pretty close to OLED without, actually being OLED. Now, you're not going to get perfect black, but you're going to get pretty close because it is 8K and there is a ton of pixels. And not only is it going to perform well in a bright room because it is a QLED TV, but like I said, there's going to be a lot of details that you would have missed in maybe a 4K TV because of just simply how great this TV is. Also, it does have HDR10 Plus and Quantum HDR64X, which is Samsung's HDR, and both are going to provide an amazing and accurate picture no matter what you're watching. Now, the processor on this TV is also going to be different than what we see on most of the 4K TVs. It's going to be the Neo-Quantum processor 8K is what they're calling it, but basically it's going to enable for 14-bit contrast mapping on top of 12-bit mapping seen earlier versions of Samsung TVs. And honestly, processing power isn't just limited to the picture quality, it also has some other factors, which will lead us into our next part. Now, people often forget that when looking at a TV, processing power is more than just picture quality. It also has to do with the way it runs the software on the TV. Being that most TVs nowadays are smart TVs and they have their own set of apps, and if you're going with a very cheap television, there's a chance that you're going to get a very slow experience, similar to how a computer would work. If you buy, a $100 laptop versus an $800 laptop, the performance is going to be night and day. So it's the same exact concept with TVs, and because this is extremely high end, extremely top of the line, it's going to be coming with the best processing power, and it just makes it a lot easier to type in passwords, move between apps. And speaking of apps, this is going to be running on Tizen 6.0, which is Samsung's operating system. I personally like it a lot, but some people might like others. It's really just a preference thing, and as long as it has the apps that you're looking for, it's not really a big deal. Also, to control it, you're going to need a remote, and it actually comes with Samsung's Solar QLED remote, which if you've been watching me for any period of time, you know that I've been raving about this remote since the day it came out, like a year or two ago. And basically, you can charge this through the sunlight in your room. You don't even have to really charge it purposely. As long as you just leave it upside down every once in a while, it'll actually pick up the light in the room and charge itself. And in case you're, in a basement where you might not have any windows, it does have a USB Type-C charger. Moving on to connections, this TV is going to come with 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. That means 4 ports capable of doing 4K at 120 Hertz. This is usually one of those features that, cheaper TVs or some premium TVs that simply just do not have all the features don't have. So having those 4 ports is very important and definitely a bonus. Also comes with 2 USB ports and of course 1 Ethernet port and an optical port. So if you want to connect your soundbar, you can do it through optical, or you can use it through one of the HDMI ARC ports. And because this TV can support 120 Hertz, that's going to make it a great gaming TV for all your future consoles. So that's your PS5, your brand new Xbox. It's going to look great on this TV specifically because it has all that extra processing power and it can do the 120 Hertz. Now, we actually did do a gaming test video where we ranked this TV against a bunch of other TVs, and we got honest opinions of, what I thought and what an outsider thought, and then what it should be ranked on. And, although this TV wasn't ranked #1 in gaming, it was pretty high on our personal list, so I would definitely go give that video a watch if you haven't already. Oh, and if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Really does help me out. The 85 QN900B also comes with a super sleek design. I would say almost zero bezels on this guy. It's super thin, and even on the edges, not the bezel, but the edge of the bezel, the edge of the TV, I would say, it has this really cool pattern, almost like a metal feel to it. And overall, just great design on this TV. Even if you're looking at it from the back, it's just overall a well-built, well-designed TV. And, you know, you kind of expect that from a higher-end TV, but, you know, they delivered, and that's all I can say. And when it comes to setting this TV up, you can either hang it on the wall, which if you're going to do that, definitely hire a professional team or get some serious help, because this is a very heavy TV. It's a fully backlit 8K panel, so it's going to be very heavy, whether you got the 65-inch or the 85-inch. And if you're not going to be mounting it on the wall, totally fine. It does come with this nice big base that we've seen in a lot of other Samsung models. What is different, though, is that the One Connect box, it's actually a slim One Connect box. It actually is built into the stand, so you can take it off and you can mount it on TV if you're mounting it on a wall. If you're just putting it on a stand, you could just slide that thing in the back, and it kind of helps with the cable management. It can be a little tricky to get to, but overall, it's really cool design because you wouldn't even know it's there if you didn't set up the TV yourself. And as far as mounting goes, this also allows for more flush mounting. So if you were planning on, you know, having this be flush mounted like an arch style, you could totally do that. Now the frame is more designed for that, so you're going to get more flush with the frame, but, you know, maybe you want really good picture quality and you're okay if it's just got a little bit of a gap. And if you're planning to, you know, just put it on the stand, you could definitely put a soundbar under there because there's more than enough space. Speaking of sound, why don't we jump into our next part? Now, the question everybody's probably wondering, do I actually need to get a soundbar with this TV? Because I've heard that, you know, it has such great sound. The short answer is, if you really want good quality audio, yes, you're going to need a soundbar to match that, because a soundbar can actually, you know, project those voices and separate the highs, bounce them off your walls. If you have dedicated system like the 910B, I think, that one also has rears. So, I mean, getting a real surround system, whether it be through a soundbar or a hardwired system, is definitely the route you want to go, because you don't want to have, you know, an amazing TV and then just average sound. It's just kind of like a letdown if you think about it. So, you know, personally, I would argue that sound is 50%, if not more, of the experience. And the reason I say that is because I'd probably rather take, you know, better quality audio over better quality video. So I'm going to play this clip and you tell me which one is more tolerable.
So this is an example of amazing video quality with terrible audio quality. Let's switch and see what sounds better.
Now our video quality has decreased, but our audio quality has gone through the roof. Major improvements. What do you guys think? So yeah, to me personally, I don't want my ears to be screeching, and, you know, obviously you're not probably going to get that from a TV, but if it's underwhelming and, you know, you just don't invest in a soundbar, you're really selling yourself short. So especially if a TV this nice, you should definitely have a soundbar, if not, you know, a full surround system. We've done a bunch of different videos on, you know, different soundbars like Samsung's and other brands. So, you know, if you're looking for a soundbar, you don't know where to start, I'll leave a link to a playlist down in the description. With that being said, we can move into our final part. So looking back on this model, a couple of my favorite things, something that we actually really didn't cover was the 8K upscaling. And basically for this TV, it's going to be using artificial intelligence to upscale the picture. So if you're watching something in 4K, it's going to do its best to upscale it to 8K and make it a lot more sharp and crisp. This goes for just about anything on the TV. So when, you know, someone says, oh, you never need 8K because you're never going to have 8K content. Well, it's not true. We're going to have it one day, but more importantly, you're going to be getting a more crisp and a faster, better, just overall better looking picture, because you have all that extra processing power and extra pixels to work with. I also really do like Samsung's solar QLED remote. I think that, you know, having this is a must now with all of their QLED TVs. Not having to store a bunch of batteries is definitely a plus in my opinion. And, you know, go environment. And lastly, you know, can't leave without mentioning the design once again. Just super clean and slick design. The zero bezels really make for an amazing picture experience. We've actually installed a video wall using 4 of these, so I think it was close to like 26 grand in TVs alone, and that doesn't even include all of the wiring and video matrices and all that fun stuff to make a video wall work. But because of that zero bezel design, we've been able to do something really cool with it. So I mean, the sky is the limit with 8K, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in the next couple years. Oh, and for the available sizes, I'll leave those all right here so you can go ahead and screenshot and thank me later for that. And if you guys are looking to pick one of these up, or maybe even one of the new models, if the new model's already out by now, all of the links will be down in the description. Let me know what you guys think of the Q900B, and as always, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@waltz so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.